eyes, every whisper, every glance, every turn of the ship into one unforgettable landing. Chapter 1. A Ticket Not Meant for You. I have always believed that the sea changes the truth the way sunlight changes glass. It doesn't break it so much as bend it into new colors. That is how it began for them, under skies so clear it felt painted, in a city where people practice love the way they practice their smiles, often, if not always well. Maris Vale, bright and crisp as a new envelope, was meant to sail. She was married to Adrian, whose business had grown tall and restless. She suspected, as some hearts do, not because she had proof, but because silence had filled too many rooms. So she booked a passage to South America, a long itinerary that looked like an elegant excuse for distance. She announced it calmly at breakfast, and Adrian offered a practice congratulations and a distracted peck, promising to visit ports if his meetings allowed. Then came the change, a sudden tilt of fate. Maris met Lila Moreno in a rented rehearsal hall above a florist, where the air itself seemed to hum. Lila sang as if every note were a promise made good. Her voice climbed into the rafters. It sat on the shoulder of anyone listening and whispered not to forget her. Lila was working nights for tips and daylight for hope. The arrangement that followed had the kind of logic only the wounded can see clearly. Maris proposed that Lila take her place on the cruise, using her ticket and name. The plan sparkled with risk. Maris would stay in the city, quiet and hidden, to see what Adrian did when he believed his wife was at sea. If he stumbled into the arms of someone else, she would know. If he remained faithful, no harm done. Lila would get a holiday, and a clean bed, and the odd thrill of being someone who had everything. Lila agreed because sometimes the ocean is the only door that opens. When the ocean liner wove its white smoke into the morning sky, Lila stood at the rail in a borrowed coat, labeled by another woman's name. She watched the small city of the harbor fall away and heard in her mind the tremble of Maris's last words. If you see the world for me, I might see my marriage for what it truly is. The heart of this tale, though, slipped on board in a darker coat and a quieter mood. Theo Danner was hired in a whisper by a friend of Adrian's, so the story went, to keep an eye on Mrs. Vale and report back if the play of flirtations grew too serious. A private investigator is a musician of doubt. Theo had learned to listen to footsteps behind doors and to understand how secrets breathe. He didn't know he was stepping into a duet.